What's going on, everybody? It is Chris Moxley with Campus to Canton. You can find me at Chris Moxley19 on Twitter. And make sure you are liking and following the Campus Canton YouTube account so you can get more of these offerings moving forward. Today is a big day. They are releasing the Prize Pick College Football more or less than props, and I think we got a couple of nice values. Let's check them out after the stinger. Let's kick it off with Dankey over 400.5 receiving yards. I think this number is about 100 too low, 150 too low. I think you could have played it at 600. And I think you could have been set line there and you'd have been fine. He's gone over this twice. He's only a true junior, which I think means the development is ahead of him. He plays a very clearly defined role in this offense. He's the outside big body wide receiver. He's averaged 519 yards per season since coming into Kentucky. And this is a player who started as a true freshman. I don't think the quarterback downgrade is significant enough to knock him down all the way to 400.5 yards. Yes, Brock Aveda is coming in. I don't know that he's all that worse than Devin Leary. I'm not concerned with Bush Hamden as the offensive play caller hurting his 400 yards. This number is simply just too low and is a staple of all of my Prize Picks builds. Second, Jalen Milroe, over 2,350.5 yards. Again, this is a number that does not account enough for Kalen DeBoer coming in and revolutionizing what this offense might look like. Kalen DeBoer is a play caller who has consistently ranked top 10 in neutral game script pass rates, both at Fresno State, both at Washington. We just saw Michael Penix have a phenomenal season. I don't think Jalen Milroe is the passer that he is, but he doesn't need to be because he averaged over 219 passing yards per game last season. And this is a small... This number implies he gets hurt or doesn't take a step, and I don't necessarily think that that is totally accurate. I think he can get hurt and hit this number, actually. There's a lot of room here. I think you could play this number up to 2,500 and feel confident. 2,350 is simply too low because the weapons here are not a significant enough downgrade, and I think either way they will get schemed up fine. Jeremy Bernard is a good wide receiver 1. Ryan Williams is a phenomenal freshman. I like what they did with Kendrick Law and Kobe Prentice. There are options here, and I think this Jalen Milroe number is simply too good to pass up. Let's talk my final one, and I'll give you 3, and I'll possibly give you a little bit more at the end, but these are the 3 that I am building most of my slips around on Prize Picks. Isaiah Bond over 655.5 yards. This number is simply just too low. Same with the other 2. The wide receiver 1 for Texas is a very valuable position. I think that is Bond. He is clearly running with the ones. You see Matthew Golden mixed in. You see Silas Bolden mixed in. You see the secondary receiving options kind of all splattered throughout. Isaiah Bond is going to be the guy. Isaiah Bond is a potential first-round NFL draft pick. Texas had 3 receivers have over 655 yards last year. That included tight end Jatavian Sanders. I think Isaiah Bond is a clear, maybe not one-for-one replacement for Xavier Worthy, but he's going to have a very productive season as the wide receiver 1 in this offense. I think this number is probably 100, possibly 150 too low. So you are getting a nice value here that I think you can play up far past this number in terms of, I think it's still good at 750. Isaiah Bond is a player that I love. I'll give you a couple more. I like the Nico Iamaleava over on his passing. That is 2,500.5. I think he gets over that in this Josh Heupel offense at Tennessee. I like Antoine Wells at Mississippi over 675.5. I think there's a good chance he's a wide receiver 1 there. Trey Harris also over 700. I think they could both eclipse that number, even if they're not the true wide receiver 1. The wide receiver 2 will be productive for Jackson Dart and Lane Kiffin. And a final one that I like, and that is a rushing number. That is Raheem Sanders over 675 rushing yards for South Carolina. He is going to be the RB1 there, and I think we see 2022 Raheem Sanders, not 2023 Raheem Sanders. If you like what we're doing at Campus Canton, make sure that you like and subscribe to this video. We plan on doing more of these throughout the season. We are finally getting more college football content as we get closer. We are only 3 weeks away from kickoff. Let's make some money. Let's win some Prize Picks. These are season-long numbers, and let's hope we're cashing in 4 or 5 months' time.